that I would like to share with you. Father Mescal, I sense that you are here in spirit. Your medical condition has you bedridden. I pray daily for your comfort and your peace. You hired me, Father, in the spring of 1996. I was one of your first coaches. Before the end of the first football season, you privately discussed with me the future of St. Bonaventure football. Your dream was to see St. Bonaventure among the best in Southern California. We prayed God's will for St. Bonaventure and the football program. Father, your dream is a reality. St. Bonaventure today is recognized throughout California and beyond. St. Bonaventure alumni currently are playing on football teams at the University of Texas, Michigan, and Southern California, just to name a few. Being with you here to start, Father, I believe in God's perfect plan. I remember how convinced you were when you hired Dave, Curry, and Bill Little. Thank you for hiring Dave and Bill. Thank you for your administrative leadership, support, and vision for St. Bonaventure. Respectfully, Coach Luna. I have special thanks to my father, Sidney, and the loving memory of my mother. My mother was a super football fan. Her football-playing sons were numero uno. My brothers Tony, Steve, sisters Diana, Maria, Sally, and memory of Teresa, I love all of you. I began playing football at a very young age. Football came natural. As a player in high school, college, Army, I scored many touchdowns and even won a few honors and awards. My football coaches were exceptional men. My high school coach developed me into a two-way player back then. Offense and defense. Mental toughness and physical self-discipline were keys to success. Coach Buchanan, also in high school, UCLA graduate, started me as a sophomore running back. My 3 years on varsity, we won 20 games, lost 6. I was voted team most valuable player captain. We were Town League champions. I was all Town League first team offense junior and senior year. In college, Coach Weaver, Ralph Weaver, San Bruno Valley College at that time, program coach at the Naval Academy and the Los Angeles Rams. I started offense and defense. We won the league championship and played in the community college national orange show bowl down in San Bernardino against Pierce College. We won the bowl game. Coach George Staley in the Army was a former staff member at Vanderbilt University. I played quarterback and safety. A few of my Army teammates were from Ohio State, Penn State, and Pittsburgh. However, ladies and gentlemen, fellow coaches, athletes, my greatest pride, my greatest athletic pride is having coached with Dave Curry and Bill Little. This is my story, I'll be very brief. In the spring of 1967, 3 young coaches began an incredible journey to a historic football championship. Dave Curry brought to St. Bonaventure his God-given coaching talents. His defensive and offensive philosophy immediately reminded me of Bear Bryant of Alabama. Our coaching staff and team immediately embraced and understood pride, poise, and perfection. Coach Curry's daily practices were highly calibrated. Every minute, every drill, every team session was perfect. We scouted our opponents once, twice, 3 times. We exchanged game films with other coaches. We worked long hours breaking down the other team's offense and defensive tendencies. Coach Curry's weekly game plan was our signature to victory. And for example, Notre Dame right, read right. That was good. The championship year of 1968 began on a Friday night in North Hollywood. CIF playoff game versus Harvard. In overtime, St. Bonaventure, 4th down, 17 yards to go to win. Timeout. He asked quarterback Tom Benvetti, Tom, what is everybody in the stands expecting? 4th and 17. And Tom, of course, is passed. Instead, Dave called Notre Dame right, split backs, dive right, behind Ben Herrera. What seemed to be a classic speed of light moment, Tony burst through the hole, twisting and keeping his balance. 17 yards gained, we were winners. Great call, Dave. Loaded with a couple of blue chip players. We practiced on Thanksgiving morning, went out here, stressing to our defense the importance of our defensive end to contain the corners. Game night, our defensive team totally dominated the game, super win. December, CIF championship game in the desert, cold. 54 players from Coachella Valley lined up. 29 players with only one senior, St. Bonaventure. No distraction at all. At halftime, I stood behind the team as Dave gave an excellent talk about pride, poise, and perfection. Defense wins championships. As we walked onto the field in the second half, by the third quarter, when they kicked off to us, Tony, with the speed of an Olympic sprinter, returned the kickoff 96 yards for a touchdown. Every cheering fan from Ventura seemed to sprint to the end zone to congratulate Tony. Late in the fourth quarter, Tom Franz, defensive tackle, sacked the quarterback, causing a fumble. Jerry so quickly picked up the ball, ran for a score. We were CIF champions. Coach Curry victoriously rolled off the field on the shoulders of jubilant players. Later, the media would label us for all time, even for the history of this school. The media labeled us, just call them champs. 28 years would pass until St. Bonaventure would win its second CIF championship football. Thank God for Coach Mack and his legacy. Thank you, Coach. And his back-to-back state championships, 2007 and 2008. And in conclusion, the start of the 1969 season, we were defending CIF champions. Our offense was scoring 40 points a game. We were, I think Blair High School was only higher than us. We were scoring 40 points a game. Our defensive secondary had 12 interceptions by mid-season. Coach Little's defensive team had 3 goose eggs. We won the league championship. We reached the CIF semifinals and lost to a team that we had defeated in regular season. The next week, the coaches met in the locker room, we turned in our gear, cleaned out lockers, and I walked out the locker room that afternoon, and I stopped him quietly as you were looking at the field last night. I stopped and thought, what have we done in 24 months here? It's incredible what happened in 24 months. Within a short time, Dave was on his way to Stanford University and 2 Rose Bowls. Tonight, it's with great joy that the staff of Curry, Little, and Luna will forever remain together in the St. Bonaventure Hall of Fame. In conclusion, my life and career has encountered many ups and downs, public and personal. Through the difficult, painful times, I believe personal prayer has been my firm foundation. I believe when coaches pray, when teams pray, people began to see the truth about the relationships and circumstances. Before I say goodnight, I present a challenge, Mark, to this high school. And that challenge is, I propose the 4th word be added to the pride, poise, perfection banner. This awesome term will strengthen these 3 words. That word is prayer. Pride, poise, perfection, and prayer. Good night.
Thank you very much.